Ethan Miller was born in a quiet town in the United States. Not the kind of town people dream about, but the kind they grow up in and try to leave one day. The streets were calm, the houses were small, and opportunities were even smaller. Ethan lived in a modest home with his parents. A home filled with love, but also with struggle. His father worked long hours in a factory, coming home tired, his hands rough, his back bent from years of labor. His mother cleaned houses and took care of other people's families while quietly holding her own together. They never told Ethan how hard life was. But children don't need words to understand sacrifice. They see it in tired smiles. They hear it in late-night sighs. They feel it in silence. From a young age, Ethan knew one thing clearly. His parents had given up their dreams so he could have one. While other kids talked about toys, games, and vacations, Ethan thought about something else. He wondered why life was so unfair to some people and so generous to others. And slowly, a thought began to grow inside him. A quiet promise. One day, I will do something big. Something that makes all of this worth it. Ethan stayed with his parents as he grew older. He didn't move out early. He didn't chase quick freedom. Not because he was afraid, but because he felt responsible. He believed that leaving without success would be betrayal. Life tested him early. Money was always tight. Dreams felt expensive. And confidence was hard to keep when the world constantly reminded him where he came from. There were days when he felt invisible. Days when effort brought no reward. Days when he questioned whether intelligence and hard work were enough in a world that seemed to favor luck. But Ethan had something rare. Patience. Instead of complaining, he observed. Instead of rushing, he prepared. Education became his escape, but also his weapon. He studied not just to pass exams, but to understand life. He read about people who started with nothing. He listened more than he spoke. He learned how failure works, how success is built slowly, quietly, and often painfully. There were moments when giving up felt reasonable, when friends moved ahead and he stayed behind, when rejection letters arrived one after another, when nights were filled with doubt instead of sleep. But every time he felt like stopping, he remembered his parents. Their sacrifices were not loud. They were silent. And silence deserves respect. Ethan started small. Very small. Ideas that didn't work. Projects that failed. Efforts that brought no money. But each failure taught him something valuable. He learned discipline. He learned strategy. He learned that intelligence alone means nothing without consistency. Years passed. Slowly, people around him began to notice a change. Ethan wasn't flashy. He didn't talk about success. But his mindset was different. He thought long-term. He planned carefully. He didn't chase attention. He chased mastery. Then one day, something clicked. An idea he had been working on quietly began to grow. It wasn't sudden. It wasn't lucky. It was the result of years of learning, failing, improving, and refusing to quit. Opportunities opened. Not just in the United States, but beyond it. Europe noticed. His work crossed borders. His name started appearing in places he once only read about. Rooms filled with powerful people now spoke his name with respect. And still he stayed grounded. Success did not make him arrogant. It made him grateful. He chose his friends carefully, people who valued honesty over status. He found love, not someone impressed by his success, but someone who understood his journey. His life became balanced. Ambition with peace, success with humility. One evening, Ethan stood beside his parents. They were older now, slower, but their eyes still held the same quiet strength. In that moment, he understood something deeply. He didn't become a big man because of money. He didn't become